In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear forward upper control arm on this BMW X5. These are going to be located behind the rear wheels. Let's get into it. Now we're going to remove the wheel, use a 19mm socket. Take the lug bolts out. Before I take the last one, I'm just going to hold the wheel so it doesn't fall. Take that out and grab the wheel and pull it off. I disconnect the level sensor, use a 10mm socket, loosen up this nut, and on the back it is spinning. I'm just going to use a 9mm wrench. Just hold that from spinning. The nut off, take that out, and slide that out of the way. I'm just going to use the support underneath the control arm. Just take some of the tension off the shock. That's good. Using a 21mm socket, take this bolt out. And there is a nut on the other side. On the other side, use a 21mm wrench on the nut. Take that out. Pull the bolt out. Then we can lower down the pull jack. Pull that out of the way. Before we take this apart, this is a cammed bolt, so it is going to be an adjustment for an alignment. You want to put it as close as possible when you put it back together. So what we're going to do is just make a mark. Just so when we go back together, it's close. You're still going to need an alignment after you're done. Just going to use a little rust penetrant. There's a little bit of rust on this nut and bolt. And use an 18mm socket, 18mm wrench on the nut. Loosen this up. Switch to a ratchet wrench, makes it a little easier. Take this nut off. I'm just going to use a pry bar, just pry the bolt out. There we go. Pull that out. If you need to, just push on the knuckle a little bit. Take the bolt out, grab the arm, pull it up. Out of the way. Our washer is stuck right here, which that's actually going to help me. I'm just going to leave it there. That's going to help line that up better when we go back together. But if your washer isn't stuck, just make sure you pick it up. You don't want to lose it. I'm going to use a 16mm wrench. Take this nut off. And pull that off. I'm just going to use a punch and just try to hit on the front of the stud and just separate it from the knuckle. There we go. That came off. So I was just hitting it with the punch, just like that. Give it a tap. I'm gonna take the new arm, slide the stud in place, and then get the nut on. Just get this lined up. Now I'm just gonna use a 17mm ratchet wrench and start tightening down the nut. Snug that down. Then we'll torque this nut to 43 foot-pounds. That's good. You can use a pry bar, just try to get this to line up a little bit so we can put the bolt in. Might have to push it a little bit. There we go. That's still lined up with our washer. If your washer came off, you want to put that on. And then put the nut on. And just make sure that the washer is lined up with your marks. Just tighten this down a little bit, not too tight. Just want it snug so it doesn't move. So the washer doesn't move. All right, that's good. We're gonna raise up the suspension. You wanna get it as close to ride height as possible before you tighten this down and then torque it. Just raise that up. That's good there. Now we'll tighten this down. Make sure your line lines up on your washers. Tighten that the best you can. It's not that easy to get a torque wrench in there. If you can, you want to torque that to 65 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to lower the pole jack. Just raise this up. Take the bolt. Get that started. Put the nut on the inside. Snug that down. Now we're going to torque this to 94 foot-pounds. That's good. I'm going to take the level sensor, get that started, put the nut on. And I'll snug this down. Snug that down. Now put the wheel on. Get that lined up. Put the lug bolts. Get that started. And get the other lug bolts started. And snug those down. Now we're going to tighten the lug bolts to 111 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.